Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an in-depth bookshelf tour, so let's get into it. On the first shelf of the display shelf, I guess you could say, I have the This Woven Kingdom series. I have This Woven Kingdom, These Infinite Threads, which is that one, All This Twisted Glory, and the fourth book that just came out, which is Every Spiral of Fate. I honestly love this series so much. If you guys are into like Jinn origin stories or like Persian Egyptian stories, the next three shelves are gonna be for you, including this one. This is a complete duology. Before I start, this is the Scorched Throne duology. We have the Justad Heir and the Justad Crown. The Justad Crown came earlier this year, I believe, and it's just honestly such a good duology. Once again, Egyptian, Persian, the yearning, the tension, the anguish, it's honestly so perfect. And then I have a little, I don't know, like a little fairy thing. Next trilogy I have is the City of Brass trilogy. I honestly love this trilogy so much. It's called the Day of Bought trilogy. Once again, Jinn, anguish, yearning, all that, tension, everything. So I definitely recommend this series, and this. This is not completed yet. There's a fifth book coming out next year, I believe. This is completed, and this is completed as well. The next shelf I have is like my Magnolia Park shelf. I have the first four books in the original covers, and then I have a little Hello Kitty speaker because I just love Hello Kitty. The next shelf I have is kind of like my mystery thrillers shelf. I do love thrillers, but I don't own a lot. I usually read them on my Kindle, but I have Lock Every Door. Then I have a little TBR Road. And then I have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Good Girl, Bad Blood, and Not Quite Dead Yet. These two are signed. I did go to her signing for this, which is a YouTube short. It's a little bit old, but yeah. Then I have this, like, not random shelf, but I guess it's kind of random. It just has books that I didn't know where to put, whether it's a standalone. It's posted on Pango, so it's there. And then two Kristen Hanna books, because where would they go, you know? Okay, now let's move on to the next shelf. Okay, I'm going to start with my bottom shelf, and I just have two library books that I'm going to read. This just came out, and then I got this because I kind of forgot what happened. So I'm going to reread this and then read this. Then I have some tabs, a bookmark, and some stickers, and some other stuff I got from indie publishers or just shops that I've bought from. Then I also have a little Hello Kitty. It's not little, it's huge, but a little Hello Kitty light. And then my next shelf, I have the Mortal Instruments series as well as these Infernal Devices. And these are the UK covers. Let me show you guys real quick. So here is City of Bones in the UK edition. And then Clockwork Angel in the UK edition. I honestly love how shiny these are, and I like them more than the US editions. Then next, I have the Prison Healer trilogy and A Little Candle. I love this trilogy. It's a new favorite series that I found this year. And it's honestly such a simple series, but it's way different than anything I've read, so I definitely recommend it. The only thing I don't like is how these two match, and then the publishers are like bigger on here. Next, I have like the the Powerless trilogy. I am missing Reckless, but other than that, I have everything. I still need to read Fearful. I still have not yet. Then I have some standalones or books in a series that I don't own the whole series. I have A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows from Blood and Ash. These two I have not read yet. Or these three, technically, I have not read yet. And then Quicksilver, which I just read recently, and I enjoyed it, I guess. So now let's move on to the next shelf. Okay, now for this shelf, I have the Serpent of Wings and Night and the Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. These are like vampire-ish fantasies, and I honestly love them so much. And then I have Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. I put these together because they're kind of both vampires, I guess. And these I did buy used, so they're kind of not old, but you can tell they were read and loved, which I love, to be honest, because this is an old series, so I'm excited to get into it. Okay, then as you can see here, I have Assistant to the Villain, Apprentice to the Villain, and Accomplice to the Villain. They're all these sprayed ads. I'm currently reading this one. Then I have a Little Frog to represent Kingsley, if you know. Then I have the whole Bridge Kingdom series. I have Bridge Kingdom, Traitor Queen, Inadequate Heir, Endless War, and Twisted Throne. I believe the sixth one is coming out next year. Then I also have a Fate Inked in Blood, which is a different series of hers. The next couple books I have is the Bewitched series. Let me take out the covers to show you guys because they're honestly so gorgeous. Okay, so these are what the covers look like really quickly. They're honestly so pretty. This is the prequel. That was the first book, and then this is the second book. I believe it's a trilogy, so I'm excited to get into it and also get the third book. Okay, let's go back to our shelves. Okay, and then next I have When the Moon Hatched, which is the first book in the paperback. Then I also have Metal Slinger, which is the indie published, I believe. Yeah, and then I have The South Wind by Alexandria Warwick. I have not read it. I did get it when I went to Canada. So I'm excited to get into it, though. So if you guys have read it, let me know your thoughts. Okay, and then I have my little Stephanie Garber shrine. A Friend is Bar and Caraval, but then I have Legendary and Finale in the normal paperbacks. Then I have Caraval in the collector's edition. And it's honestly so stunning. And then I have Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, and A Curse for True Love. This is the Barnes exclusive, and the other two are just normal. And then I have a little fairy that's also reading. Then I have the Light Lark trilogy, and then a little dress that kind of represents, if you know, you know, I guess. And then I'd have the Light Lark of Grimm's point of view, as well as Oro. It is a flip book. I just got this recently, and I also got it signed by the author herself, so make sure to check out that video as well. And then I have One Dark Window and One Starless Sea. So that is that shelf. So let's move on to the next two shelves. Okay, for my next shelf, I have Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving, Redeeming, Taming, and Releasing, all in the US editions. My friend right now is borrowing Binding 13, so when she returns it, then I'll put it there. Then I also have Binding 13 in the UK cover, as well as Keeping 13, Saving 6, and Redeeming 6 in the UK cover. And then I have a ticket of a rugby game I went to because the MMC plays rugby. Then I also have the Barnes exclusives for both Binding 13 and Keeping 13. This one has pink sprayed edges and this has orange. And then I have a little, like, angel, I guess. It's broken, as you can tell, but I don't know. I thought it was cute. So let's move on to the final shelf. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see the shelf, but I have Akatar in the normal paperbacks. And then I have Crescent City, also all three normal paperbacks. Then I have this picture frame that I made at school. It says, "To the stars who listen and to the dreams that are answered." Honestly, and then a picture of Valeris. Honestly, I think it came out so cute. And then I just have the whole Throne of Glass series, all in paperback as well. And then up here, as you guys can see, I just have my Kindle up here, so it's easy access. And yeah, so that's my estate shrine, I guess you could say. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so that's the whole shelf. And then my little Boys Atomic shrine as well. So that was the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. And let me do a quick recap before I end today's video.